Sludge, you buckaroos, how the heck are you? I'm going to be Tom the Whiskey Whisperer for this video. If you can hear the music right now, it's Popsicle Rebels coming in hot. Anyway, oh, mercy. Went out for a little date afternoon today, my wife and I. Went and saw Ride or Die Bad Boys movie. It was fun. It's a good escapism movie. That's the kind of movies I like to see anymore. People tell me, Tom, you need to see this, or you need to watch this show, or you need to watch that show. And I look at it, uh, I'm not watching anything dark. I don't want to see people dying. I don't want to see sadness. I ain't doing those kind of shows anymore. Somebody was recommending something to me the other day, and I said, I have enough stuff going on in my real life. I don't need to watch any of that nonsense. I don't like dark. I don't like drama. I don't like melodrama. Anyway, yeah, I am. In fact, I made two cocktails, Jason, and I used the same whiskey for both. The Maker's 46. This comes in at 94 proof. A lot of vanilla from the French oak, as you might. So the first one I have, even though it doesn't look like it, it is an old fashioned. I just sometimes I'll make it with the big cube, but I wanted to do a straight up cocktail. So what I did with this one, I made it slightly different. I did a citrus simple syrup, a little orange, a little lemon, and then some orange bitters. It is nicely chilled, so I'm going to get right to it. I got about 2.5 ounces of whiskey to about 3/4 ounce simple syrup. I don't like mine really sweet, so I don't order them out because I always tend to be too sweet for me. For the longest time, I hated the old fashioned because I just thought it was just a sickeningly sweet drink until 2020 hit, and we all became bartenders, right? So Riggins. I use Riggins orange bitters in this one. Oh, mercy, man, that's good though. It is a nice whiskey, you're right. And again, it's that addition of that French oak, which really imparts a lot of vanilla. Almost gives you like these orange cream kind of notes in here. But even though I'm doing this one straight up, mostly because I had certain things ready to go, I am using ice in the next cocktail. It's very simple for summer, using almost the same ingredients. Who's thinking Popsicle Rebels? Just wasn't feeling like beer. You know what I mean? I haven't been. I hate to say this, but I've been drinking less and less beer. I'm having trouble drinking more than 2. So I'm going to lose my beer whisperer card if that keeps up. That, and in the evenings, I really enjoy a cocktail. You keep wanting to call me Tim, don't you, Rod? Rajay. Sludge, Rajay. Oh, mercy. Hope you're doing all right out there. If you guys want to share with me what you're drinking this evening, go for it. And we can talk about that a little as well. Yeah, I like the Bad Boys series, if you will. They're just fun escapism movies. You don't look for inaccuracies. You just enjoy the movie. And it's just funny. There's a lot of chemistry between Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. They recast his wife in this one, though. Guess she didn't want to do the next one because there's no large part, but nevertheless, they brought a few characters back from the last one that came out in 2020. Unfortunately, they killed off the Captain Howard character, so I was kind of wondering how they're going to do that. Because honestly, Joe Pantoliano is such a great character actor. I was kind of feeling it was going to miss something, but they kind of did a little something there. Wasn't quite the same, but Yeah, when they killed off that character in the last movie, I said, "Oh, this ain't smart." But he's one of my favorite character actors, so I hate it when they killed that character off. But I don't know if at the time they thought about continuing the series. I thought they thought that might have been it, but it had a life on streaming services, so came out in 2020 when we couldn't do anything. So I remember buying it. Well, let's just watch the movie, man. We can't go anywhere, so we bought the. Yeah, it's a good fun movie. Uh, So yeah, just out of curiosity, I wanted to do two cocktails. Again, they're both very similar, and I think classic cocktails are. There's a reason why they're simple. They're just maybe one or two ingredients difference. I mean, for instance, the old fashioned is very similar to a Manhattan. We're just swapping out. We're taking out simple syrup and adding vermouth. Otherwise, it's more or sweet vermouth. Otherwise, it's more or less the same cocktail. Although because of that, again, depending on how it's made, the old fashioned tends to be a sweeter drink. For me, the old fashioned feels like more of a spring summer cocktail, while the Manhattan it feels like more of a fall winter cocktail. Got some Barrack Hill in the background. If you can hear it, hazy eyed, half asleep. I love this too. Oh, I love going to see live music. I haven't been a lot lately, but I love to see local acts when possible. I've been doing more of that lately, where especially early shows, right? A lot of them will do like a 5 to 8 show or some. If you got, hey, if you'll do a 2 to 5, I'm all in, man. I just like to be home at night anymore, man. I went out the other night to see the Jack Shealy band. That wasn't bad because it was a 8 o'clock start time. And I watched, he was still playing, but I left about 10. I mean, I knew I had about 2 hours in me, and that was it. My wife's not really into chick flicks, other than she does like musicals. That's kind of her her chick flick niche. But it's a typical chick flick she's not really into unless it's a musical, like Beauty and the Beast, for instance. She loves that movie, especially the later live action she likes. She doesn't dig the animation as much as I do, but oh man, that's nice. I do. I don't know. I think it's just become commonplace these days to serve this drink with that big cube. It wasn't always served that way. If you look back at early recipes, it can be served straight up. And I remember going into places ordering a Manhattan. They asked if I wanted it straight up or on the rocks. The Manhattan is typically served straight up, where the old fashioned is typically served with that big cube. But there's no law that says you have to serve it that way, man. There's no law. Stevie Newman, One Heart, great song. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to grab cocktail number 2 for you. All right, I'm back if you're still with me. If not, well, I'm going to keep talking. Well, I was going to keep talking, man. Uh, didn't have this one completed. I thought I did, but I didn't. Yeah, we want it a little stronger than that. Let's make it just a little stronger than that. There we go. That's perfect. We'll be right back again. So I said the cocktails were similar. Yeah. So what I did here is just make a simple whiskey sour, right? Not a Boston sour with the egg white, just a simple whiskey sour. So I did a simple syrup with just some fresh squeezed lemon. That's it. Whereas the other one, I added some orange to it and about 2.5 ounces of the same liquor. Ugh, damn, that's good. I don't make a real sweet simple syrup. Well, I do the equal parts, but I use raw sugar, so it doesn't seem quite as sweet. And I use the fresh ingredients, the fresh squeezed lemon, so you've got a fresh product. Oh, went to the Alamo Draft House to watch the film today. They served beer in there, but I didn't have one. I just had a Coke, man. Didn't order popcorn either. That's usually my weakness, but I've been trying to eat less of that because I don't digest it as well as I once did. Just got an order of chips and queso. It was really good to split between the two of us. Yeah, it was really nice. Kind of surprised me. For myself personally, I would have liked a little more spicy, but it was about perfect for my wife. So I like a lot of spicy, man. I like some heat, baby. Oh, this song, Barrack Hill, The Lost Year, was referred to 2020. It opens with, I've got a bottle of whiskey. I ain't scared to open alone. I think a lot of us felt that way during 2020. Just didn't matter. One of the few things that were open was the liquor stores once things were starting to open up again. So once I was first furloughed, I would put in an order with the liquor store, go through the drive through, pick it up. That's all we could do. There were some when the breweries were finally able to open up again, but not allow people in. Springfield Brewing Company was doing a thing called they had a brewer's case for $28, which is rather reasonable. It was just four random craft six packs or small batch six packs. You weren't dictating; they were just putting four different six packs in the case for you. So I'd call an order, or online I'd order that, and then Taya Timber and Great White and 4x4 were all having crowler specials. So since the Springfield Brewing Company was on Tuesday, I just would make my rounds. I would put my orders in for all of them. Taya Timber was doing like a 3 crowler deal for $25, and then Great Escape was like doing a 2 crowlers and a pizza for 25. So I just would put all my orders in, go pick them up. That'd be it for the week, and then next week it was the same thing. In it through to the end. I was only down for 5 weeks though when I was able to get back to action. But some folks in certain jobs were never down at all. Some cities stayed open. Missouri is known for being stuck on stupid. some tourist areas stayed open the whole time. We'd hear about them on the news. We have a new outbreak. Man, you guys are stuck on stupid, man. So folks were dead set against getting the vaccine. I wondered why things were shut down as long as they were. You know, I never wished anybody to get sick, but it was kind of poetic when folks were railed against the vaccine. You'd see them on social media, all of a sudden they're sick. Really? You know, that's kind of what you get for being stupid. That's what you get for being stupid, man. Uh, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We had a crazy political landscape, but I'm not going to get into it in this video. But I saved that for my Monday video. But I ain't sweating it. I mean, what's going to happen is going to happen, whether I worried about it or not. If I can find a way to find a solution or do my part and donate my time for one cause or another, I will do that. But to watch the news and fret over it every day is unproductive and it's not healthy. And I was doing that for a long time, and I just quit. I quit watching all cable news because it doesn't matter. It just makes you worry about stuff, and I think that's it. It's that fear mongering. They want you to be afraid of everything, whatever side of the aisle you're on. And unfortunately, a lot of folks buy into that, and they stay afraid. They want you to fear and hate certain things, so they indoctrinate you to a certain philosophy, certain way of life. They want you to stick with it. I just had to quit. I quit watching all news. I didn't want to yell at the TV anymore. Because me worrying about the situation sure didn't make it any better. Like I said, if I can donate my time and help certain causes, I will do that. I do that. But you know, to watch the news and worry about it daily, let that give me an ulcer again. It's unproductive. The Shandies now Date Trip Tuesday, great duo. I guess it probably referred to as folk. I don't know if there's a better description for them, but they're really good. Great lyricists, great musicians. But I love the lyrics. Got a poppy element to them. Oh mercy! Yeah, I just kept this one simple. I mean, you can make things as complicated as you want to, but you don't need to. I just did a standard small batch of a simple syrup with equal parts water, sugar, some fresh squeezed lemon here, and whiskey, and bam, that's a whiskey sour. Now you can do the egg white if you want to add for Boston sour, but typical or a simple whiskey sour does not need that egg white. Now I'm not hating on the Boston sour. I do like it, but I think it changes the drink a little bit, right? Like this is a refreshing, you know, summer cocktail. The egg white kind of, you know, takes it a different place. So for me, anyway. But I always feel like having a cocktail more than I was a beer at this particular moment in time. Gonna do a simple dinner tonight. Just gonna do like a little charcuterie or snack plate. We got some ham and turkey deli meat. I had a small salmon fillet that I cooked earlier in the air fryer, actually, and then I made it was added some various seasonings and some cream cheese and a little salmon spread out of it. So we're gonna have that. Again, just a nice simple dinner. Just kind of snacky. I made a heavy breakfast though. That's kind of part of it. I made a heavy breakfast. Some friends gave us a homemade loaf of sourdough. So I cut a nice thick slice and made French toast out of it for breakfast. Man, was it good! Oh my gosh, that bread was so dense. It just soaked up that custard. It's like bread pudding almost by the time it turned into French toast. Yeah. Whip up the eggs, you know, add a little half and half, a little vanilla, some spices, a little cinnamon, a little allspice, a little this, a little that. I typically also like to add just a little bit of ginger in there. And just a little bit of salt to wake it all up. Jalopy, love this band. They're a little interesting. There's elements of jazz, some prog rock, but some country as well. I definitely feel a little Steely Dan influence in there. Maybe some Michael McDonald as well. Or Michael McDonald era Doobie Brothers, let's say. Because they became a different band when Michael McDonald joined, didn't they? They went from being that biker rock band to, well, I'm not even sure what sound they had. Little jazz, little funk, little soul. Kind of depend on who is singing the song, right? Oh. Boy, I do like the way this one came out, though. I'm going to have to make some more of that. I just made enough for one cocktail. Actually, I made enough for two. I put half of it in this one, and I took the other half of it, and I added the orange to make the other one. I added a little orange to the other one to make the first cocktail. I didn't want to make a full batch of something. Not yet. I'm just experimenting, just playing around with some ideas floating in my head. Oh, that's perfect right now. Yeah, just the right amount of. I don't want it, super tart, right? Just enough, just so you got some lemon in there and the whiskey sour. Oh. So, anyways, Tuesdays. Sometimes I do videos on Tuesdays. Sometimes I don't. I didn't. I didn't get around doing a Saturday video this week. So, but I'm typically off Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So Tuesdays, Mondays, and Monday evenings, and Tuesdays are typically a good day for me to share some thoughts and pearls of wisdom, if you will. I will say that I'm glad I have a vacation before the election and not after the election. It's before, so I can still relax. I won't be panicked. Seeing a part of the country that we haven't seen before. I've been through some of these areas before, but I've never spent time where we're going anyway. And that was kind of the idea. We've never been able to do a trip like this before for one reason or another. So I was able to take 8 days. Not a long trip, but I don't think we really want to be gone any longer than that, to be honest with you. But yeah, just to get out, do something different, relax. Sister Lucille, breaking my heart in the background. Great tune. Oh, man. Jeb and Jamie's an incredible guitar player, but he's an amazing songwriter as well. I really like his stuff. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up. I am Tom, the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and all around good guy, Sláinte. Thanks for tuning in, guys.